the Drip Network's final date. Let's get into it. Welcome to DeFi Crypto Talk, where we talk everything DeFi in the cryptocurrency space. For all my subscribers out there, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So as you can see, the Drip price is currently $4.77. We've been in the $4 range for most of the day. Not too much of a price action for the day. That's pretty typical for the weekends. So, but we do have the Animal Farm launch coming up. I do think that we'll see some kind of movement on the Drip network there. In the meantime, I'm going to take this time to accumulate and build my Drip bag and also build up my Drip faucet. So feeling pretty bullish there. As far as my faucet's concerned, so 1.368 is what I have deposited, and I just went ahead and I hydrated about 10 earlier today. So overall, feeling pretty bullish about the faucet and loving the 1% daily. It's nice to be able to be in a project and not have to worry about getting rugged. Matter of fact, I did a YouTubers collab, and shout out to Drip Coach. He set it up, so it was Drip Coach, DeFi Life, Moonshot Max, and X Crypto. So we all talked about how we got into Drip, or excuse me, how we got into crypto, and then we talked about, how we got into Drip, and just talked all things Drip. So it was really nice. So if you see any of those guys posting YouTube videos about it, all we ask is that you give us some feedback and let us know what topics, if you liked it, what topics we should talk about, and just spreading the word of Drip and just getting an overall good discussion going. So the goal would be for us to have it be like consistent on a consistent basis. So just let us know what you guys think, and I'll probably post it on my channel too here as well, so you guys can see that. So shout out to them. But the funny part about it was we all talked about how we were rugged previously, some way, shape, or form.
Oh man!
And then over the course of time, it eventually drove us to the Drip network, and we talked about how safe we feel and all that stuff. So yeah, just overall loving being in the faucet and loving being in the Drip network. Now, as far as the garden's concerned, so we did take a slight hit, but overall, you guys know my stance on the garden and how bullish I am on it. So I don't know where the bottom will be, but in the meantime, I'm just going to continue just to build my garden up, because I know it's full potential, especially being a complement to the Drip network and the Drip faucet. So not too worried about the garden. I know it'll bounce back from there. Now, as far as my personal garden's concerned, so I have 3.3 million. I still need to go ahead and plant some seeds here, but overall, once I get to 4 million, I plan on taking some of the profit and putting it back into my faucet. And then as soon as the Animal Farm actually launches, I plan on getting a little bit more aggressive, taking funds out of the garden and putting it into my faucet. How aggressive that will be determined by how well the Animal Farm launch and Animal Farm does, which I know it will do extremely well. So yeah, so I just want to try to get my faucet built up a lot quicker than it is right now. So and then if we look at the Pigs token, so obviously the anticipation is there are thousands of people waiting for this thing to launch. I mean, Pigs was at $1.23, now it's at $1.42. We have a 45 million TVL. We're in the 30s for some time, so I think once we get this launched, we're going to see definitely a show, a fireworks show, and we're going to see this thing really start to take off. So super excited about the the Animal Farm launch and the future of the faucet and Drip network. Now, as far as my per day earnings, so in the piggy bank, I am making $1.21. In Drip, I am currently making, let's see here, I'm currently making $65.20. And then in the garden, I'm making $31 per day. So overall, combined earnings not looking too shabby at all. Loving it, and I believe this is all going to start appreciating quite well once we actually get the everything launched and up and running. Now, as far as the new players today, we have 168. So we've been holding pretty actually steady. We have about 20 minutes left in the day, but we've been holding it steady about 150, 180-ish around there. So loving that, and I'll take that way more than I'll take zero. So As long as we have this consistent new players coming in, that's more and more people coming in talking about Drip. Like I keep saying, there's more YouTubers out there. So, and just overall, I see people in Telegram. So people, could spread the word, and we can get the word of Drip out there, and spread like wildfire. So, loving the new players today. Each and every day being consistent, and I see it growing exponentially once we get the Animal Farm and everything else launched up and running. Now, why I said the Drip Network, the final date. Well, I think a lot of it hinges on the Animal Farm, because we saw what happened the last time when we had the delay in the Animal Farm. Which, if you've been in the DeFi space for a while, you this is nothing new to you. And delays happen, things happen, but Forex did update us of what she's doing, and I think it's a great thing to update. But I think everybody just wants to see this thing launch, and I think it's going to happen. So, but the final date, if it does well, then I believe it's going to do not only well for the Animal Farm, but well for the Drip Network, because then people are going to start coming back in. And I think a lot of the sell pressure, so a lot of the sells that we saw, and comment down below what you guys think, but I think some of the sell pressure was due to the Animal Farm not being launched. So once we get it up and running, I think people will just start to get that excitement back in, and saying, oh man, we have this new UI coming, we have this lending coming, and the excitement is going to come back. We'll start seeing the Drip price start appreciating. Another thing I want to bring up too, so I listened to, shout out to Driptopian too, I listened to his AMA today, but I just want to play this part for you guys real quick, because I had a couple people on my channel talk about, where's the utility? Well, Forex has to fix this, and all I hear is a lot about utility. And I just highlighted this one little part that I wanted you to hear, that he sort of talks about, and this should clear up a lot as to where we're going in the Drip Network. So let me play it for you real quick.
I see as being kind of the major utilities that are going to drive DeFi forward are lending, insurance, privacy, gaming, and there's a few other, like maybe options, like on-chain options, a few others that are, I guess, could kind of make up the last group. But the main four, I would say, are lending, options, privacy, and gaming. And these are what I plan to tackle in the next year.
So Forex says these are what he wants to tackle in the next year. So my video yesterday, I talked about, why I believe Drip is basically going to, appreciate in price and explode. And I believe it's gonna, shock a lot of people. And I talked about the lending portion of it, and then this insurance. And then I actually listened to the AMA. I got even more bullish when he started talking about, like, this is not only going to be just for the Drip Network. He's going to try to get other protocols to use the lending, he's starting off small, but he wants to work his way up. Or for the insurance, it's not only going to be just for the Drip Network, it's going to be for other protocols too to come in and try to use it. So a lot of bullish things come on over. And I think the gaming portion of it, I think he was talking about the gamification, where he sort of mentioned Drip gamification going on there. So a lot of bullish things. So what I'm trying to say is, the Drip Network, Drip, Animal Farm, all of them have a very, very bright future. It's just going to take some time for it to come to fruition. But he's laid out a timeline as to when he wants to get a lot of this stuff done. So we just have to sit back and let the man work. But Forex Musk is doing an outstanding job in my book. So so I just want to bring that up for you guys. And then finally, I wanted to talk to you for the crypto news. So we have Dogecoin leaves 94% in weekly gains following Elon Musk's Twitter acquisition. I am almost willing to bet that he will somehow figure out a way, if he incorporates Dogecoin into Twitter somehow, some way. And I think this is what this 94%, these people are sort of hoping for. I think Dogecoin is going to absolutely explode. If he somehow gets it to be able to be utilized somehow in the platform, it's absolutely going to explode. So if I was back in my DGen heyday, I would definitely be throwing some money at Dogecoin right now, but I'm not because I'm in the Drip Network and the Animal Farm. So anyway, that's the video for today. Hope you guys like it. Please comment, like, subscribe at the very bottom. I appreciate your time, and I will see you on the next one.